Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpio collective. See what's up, my gods. Talk to me about Scorpio gang here in late August. So we move on into Virgo season. And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. What do we got for Scorpio, please? And thank you. Guides and Spirit Team. Thank you. Nice and quick. Okay, yeah, fiery. Let's go. Let's do this type of energy. Chariot type of vibe with this powerful divine feminine action. I really like this, and I feel like I've had this for you in recent weeks as well, but in a different form. And you see the imagery of that card. That energy looks like it's about to go to battle, go to war. So before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my Scorpio friends. But enough of the promo. Let's get into this reading here. Look at this woman right there. She is in that armor. She is pointing off in a certain direction. She is like, this is where I'm going. I will not be stopped. I'm going to battle. So this feels very fiery to me right here in the front end. It feels powerful. It feels strong. It feels confident. It's that Mars energy that Scorpio is known for, right? And it's showing up here right up front. So you might be feeling like a little zest within you. You might be feeling a little spicy when this energy shows up. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Now, for another portion of you, you might just be a little future focused in this time, watching out for what's ahead. What's coming down the road? What way am I going? What do I want to do? I've been seeing that for a lot of the water signs recently, but specifically with this is like, all right, I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to go to battle. I'm going to do what I got to do, and nothing is going to stop me. It feels very simplistic in its own way, but at the same time, there's a little complexity here. Like, I'm going to move what I got to move to get where I want to go. I'm going to do what I got to do to attain what I want. So there's that fire that could be burning throughout a lot of Scorpios. And even though Scorpio is a water sign, they're known to be a little spicy, and it's showing up right here. And I would know, you know that. I'm part of the collective. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive, juicy stuff. But we're starting with some power, some zest, and a bang, so to speak. So let's just get that card chilling right there. Let's see what we got. Shuffle it up for you one time. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Because it was interesting, because I feel like in recent weeks we've been getting a lot of positive energies for Scorpio. But we got an energy that, I mean, Scorpio contends with quite often. There was a tower. Last week's reading was titled A Shocking Situation. So for a lot of Scorpios, there might have been things popping up out of the blue, popping up out of nowhere, lots of change, lots of transformation. That's the story of every Scorpio's life, right? But last week's reading, it felt like whatever towers happen or pop up, that you would be taking it pretty well, if that makes sense. That was a big theme of last week's reading. Like, okay, well, that happened. Now what? It was that type of vibe. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. Don't want to talk too much about last week's reading. You can go check it out if you haven't seen it. All right, so yeah, we have the Knight of Cups in position number 1. That is a card that could represent you. So also, just to mention, it's in action. Notice, like with this card we had here, they're both going in that same direction. Interesting stuff. Let's get you 2 more. So yeah, a lot of signifiers of the self, but I like the Knight of Cups. It's a positive card. Shows up in like lovey-dovey readings sometimes, but let's see what else shows up. Okay, got a little mystery here, my friends. We got the 2 of Swords in position number 2. Okay, that card has been very common this week for a lot of different signs. There's been a lot of mystery around a lot of different signs too. Okay, 3 of Wands, manifesting, interesting. Yeah, Scorpio, just like every single week, we have an interesting one on our hands. We have a nuanced, layered one with the manifestation, the creation on the back end. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, obviously I'm looking at the elements. We got water, we got air. These are two internal type of energies, so there could be a lot going on internally. We got fire on the back end, so that fiery zestiness that we were seeing. So whether this is all one situation, different areas of life, we have mystery, and we have a card that could represent you. So we have a lot to unpack here. Let's go through one by one. Position number one, the Knight of Cups. Now, this could represent you or any other water sign, right? So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The Knight of Cups is a card of forward movement, forward action, forward momentum. Slow and steady, though. Not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles. It is moving, but not as fast as the Swords and the Wands. When I see the Knight of Cups, I think of a Prince Charming, a smooth talker. Easy flowing, easy going, right? This is artistic, it's creative, and it's a card of love. Just like all the other water court cards, they do get linked into the emotions and the love. So for some of you, this could be signifying certain romantic things or emotional things that could be at the forefront. And since it is a Scorpio reading, the clarifier could be important because it could be telling us something that's coming towards you or a way that you might be feeling. So we're just going to place him right there. Now, all cards have positives and negatives. I would say a challenge with the Knight of Cups. In reverse, it could be somebody who's like emotionally shutting down. So in this time, make sure you're not like shutting anyone out or shutting something down. In the center, we have the Two of Swords. A bit of a complex type of energy, even though it's simple and low numbered. So with all the low numbers, you might be in early stages of something. But the Two of Swords to me is a big card of mystery. As with all twos in tarot, it can represent partnerships, could represent decisions. You might feel like you're at a crossroads in life. Do I go left? Do I go right? So often the Two of Swords shows up when somebody is indecisive or possibly confused. So hopefully you're not experiencing anything like that. However, this is one of my biggest cards of mystery, right up there with the moon. This card happens at nighttime. There's a moon up in the sky. The person is blindfolded and hoodwinked. So when I see this card, I think of the unexpected, the surprising, things that pop up out of nowhere. So it matches with what we were seeing last week. As we move forward, this is where it gets a little more interesting. We have the Three of Wands right here on the back end. This is a huge card of creation and manifestation. The Three of Wands to me, it could signify a lot of different things. You might be waiting on something. You might be in a holding pattern, like, wait, let's wait and see. Let's see how this shakes out. Let's see what happens. This card could represent distance, so a situation involving distance. It could represent travel. You might be wanting to go on a trip. You might be planning a trip or a vacation when this card shows up. But the Three of Wands to me is right up there with the Magician in terms of creation. This is somebody that's waiting on their ships to roll in. So when this card shows up, your powers of creation, your powers of manifesting are amped up. And that's something I've been seeing for Scorpio in recent weeks as well, is that your manifesting power, even if it doesn't come to you immediately, even if it takes a little bit of time, what you create, what you set your mind to and your thought process to, you could really bring it in if you meet the universe halfway with action. So you could be creating something big, or something you have already created could be coming in. For a lot of Scorpios, this could be something you've already manifested starting to show up. So we have an interesting mix. We have the self, we have mystery, we got creation and manifesting. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Scorpio. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what's going on. My guides talk to me about Scorpio. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Knight of Cups time. Why is that Knight of Cups here for Scorpio? Really want to get to that Two of Swords as well. All right, something's going to open up for you. And if it doesn't, you're going to make it. That's just something I'm feeling initially here. This is a very headstrong type of energy I'm picking up in the front end of you pushing something forward, of you moving something along, and a lot of action being taken. So I don't feel like you're the one that could be in waiting mode. And just like this fiery energy I picked up in the beginning, I'm getting a lot of zest here, my friends. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Generally, this card, when it is in the upright, is somebody being reserved, being quiet, clamped down. Sometimes this could represent somebody, and for a portion of you, maybe this is somebody you're connected to that's a little jealous or a little possessive, especially since it showed up in the reverse. So like maybe you're dealing with an individual that has like jealous or possessive tendencies. But to me, this felt like breaking through something. So for a lot of you, like if you are moving something forward, if you're trying to make progress or move any situation forward, you have the power to do so. You have the power to make things happen if you take action. Kind of like what I was seeing here on the back end. Remember, I said, like, if you want it, if you go for it, if you take action, you can get it and attain it. I'm not going to say it's a win or a victory just yet, but I do feel like this push through, like there should, like any barricades, blockades, anything that gets in your way would be wise to not. Like that's a vibe I'm picking up here. So let's keep pushing through. For a portion of you, you might open up to somebody as well. If there's somebody that's been wanting to talk to you about something, sure, you might open up and let them know your true feelings and stuff like that. So I feel like those are the main things. I know I gave like several different messages, only take what hits. But you might be a little more of an open book than you normally are. Scorpio is known to be a little, I don't want to use the word secretive, let's say private. And this is a vibe I'm getting. Now you might be a little more open to certain people. Let's see what's up with that Two of Swords. Why is that Two of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah, okay, we have the Eight of Cups in the upright underneath this Two of Swords. Okay, yeah, just moving it forward, not stopping it. And that's like the vibe I've been getting since this very beginning. Like you're going to keep pushing, you're going to keep moving it forward. Nothing is stopping you right now. And I'm just getting this energetic sweep. Now, the Eight of Cups sometimes could represent somebody giving up on something, ending something, walking away from something, and certainly that could absolutely be it. But underneath this Two of Swords, like I'm getting the vibe of somebody making a sudden move, a sudden action. So Scorpio is going to be very action oriented in the coming days and weeks. That's the vibe I'm picking up. Very headstrong, very action oriented. And if you're not feeling that right now, Spirit is asking you to really get into that vibe because the energy is supporting that. Okay, so whether you are trying to get something going in regards to relationships or fix something or figure it out, whether you are trying to figure out a work thing or start a business, whatever it might be, action is on your side. So I do feel for a lot of Scorpios under the surprise, both of these are moon, that you could be making a lot of sudden actions, a lot of sudden moves, or even unexpected or surprising ones, like making things happen. And this energy keeps sweeping, okay, keeps sweeping through. So let's see what the end result is with this Eight of Cups. I will say for a very, very small portion of you, you may be experiencing a fallout with a person, okay, where somebody ups and leaves suddenly, whether that's you doing that or somebody else, only for a small percentage of you. But for the vast majority, I feel like this is somebody making moves very quickly, surprisingly, or unexpectedly. Let's see what's up with that Three of Wands. So why is that Three of Wands here? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting spread, my friends. Okay, that card popped out quick. Karmic. Okay, we have Lady Justice in the upright underneath this Three of Wands. Okay, this is somebody that might want to make something right. Okay, this might be you. It could be somebody else. And it could be someone that's apologetic, I'm feeling here on the back end as well. Okay, so there might be someone that is sorry, or someone that may want to apologize to you or extend an apology, or like really mend a bridge and make something right. That's a vibe I'm picking up here on the back end. All intuitive, right? Now, Lady Justice could represent a Libra that you're connected to. This is a karmic type of energy. So I am still picking up these energies of creation and manifesting, all that beautiful stuff. But Lady Justice, I would say in this time, watch out for any legal situations. Watch out for any contractual situations in this time. But this is a card similar to Judgment, where someone's making a judgment call. And I feel intuitively, like, yes, I could say, yeah, this is a karmic reward of some sort, but that's not giving me the vibe right now. I'm really feeling like this is somebody that wants to do the right thing. They want to make something right. So whether that's you, whether you're being moved by a sense of justice, like, you're not going to get away with that. I'm going to make this right. I'm going to make sure you get what you deserve. I don't mean that in a scary way. If you're cross-watching, don't get nervous about that. I don't normally come out of the side of my face like that, but that's just what I'm picking up here. Somebody wants to make something right. Okay, so whether it's an apology or something else, take that for what it's worth. Maybe you're just driven by that sense of justice. But let's go through and do a quick recap, because we're getting a lot of motivation. We're getting a lot of fire here to press something forward. In position number one, before the shadow, We have the Knight of Cups with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. For a portion of you, I did mention that this could be someone you're connected to that is jealous or a little possessive. They might have those tendencies. But aside from that, this is somebody like that breakthrough, break free type of energy, like throwing off the shackles, like you're not going to stop me. I'm going to move this forward. For a portion of you, aside from the action-oriented energy we're picking up, I did say that for a lot of you, you might be a bit more of an open book in this time, where you're one to let people in or let them know how you're feeling. Moving to the center, we have the Two of Swords with the Eight of Cups in the upright. The energy keeps flowing, the energy keeps moving. So I did say for a lot of Scorpios, action favors you in this time, not just sitting around and letting life pass you by. So if there's anything you want to improve or make right, you have to make moves to make it happen. For a very, very small, minute portion of you, I did say that this could be somebody like walking away suddenly or surprisingly. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is continuous movement and action where you do things suddenly. You make things happen quick. You make things happen suddenly or unexpectedly. So it is that action base. Moving to the back end, we have the Three of Wands with Lady Justice in the upright. Somebody wants to make things right. So whether you're being motivated by a sense of justice or action, maybe this is somebody else that wants to mend a bridge, make something right. They're sorry about something. I was picking that up. So do with that what you will, Scorpio. Please take a screenshot. There's other messages in there as well. But I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Super interesting spread. So let's see what we have in the shadows for Scorpio, guides and spirit team. And you know me, I always love to end off every reading with one shadow card, just to see whether it's something within us, whether it's something around us. Just like to see, what does Scorpio have in the shadows? If any sign appreciates it, I know it's Scorpio. So let's see what's up. See if it links in with the reading. Here it is. Thank you. Five of Cups, same thing as the Pisces reading. So this could be somebody that's in the feels a little sad with the Five of Cups, River of Tears. Let's get these cards out of the way. Okay, so whenever this card shows up, I do say that you might be carrying with you a sense of sadness or a sense of emotional burden. And we did see within the spread itself, like somebody needing to or wanting to open up. So in the coming days and weeks, you might really need to vent off some of these energies, especially with the Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles in reverse in the main spread. Letting those energies stay in, letting those energies fester. If you're upset, sad, whatever it is, any sort of river of tears type of energy, you really need to let it out and not to let it fester. So we're just going to keep that very simple here. There could be something that you've been dealing with for quite a while in the depression realm that Spirit might want you to shine a light on. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, in August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.